Hey, Commanders, how you doing today or tonight, depending on you in your time zone as always. Lewis here, back for another World of Warship Stages video, and this time be showcasing the Arpeggio of Blue Steel collab content. So we're going over the Arpeggio Takao skin, ARP Karishma and Haruna, what else? Oh, and the 5 different commanders, and so on and so forth. So on screen right now, I've got a couple of screenshots for the Takao skin. And cool thing the Arpeggio stuff is the Takao catapult fighter and a catapult fighters for the ARP Karishma and Haruna, if you choose to equip them. Yep, they'll get they'll get skins on their own for their catapult fighters and whatnot. So yeah, Takao's skin gives the plane a blue skin, and Haruna gets a yellow skin or a black and yellow skin for that plane, I think. Yeah. And then the Karishma gets a black and green skin on the plane, but anyway, Arpeggio Takao Commander, base straight toss and turn, speeds up your rudder shift timing time, and bumps up your average anti-aircraft damage per second, which is nice. Inspirations, I've got Min Belly and Madden for Traverse and Reload focused, obviously. Skills-wise, it's running Ingenious, Sponge, Fixated, Real Fuel Station. And just for the purposes of the unique skill, I'll highlight that in a moment. Otherwise, I prefer full speed ahead instead of the unique skill, but that's just me. But yep, unique skill is Seer, speeds you up with your main battery gun traverse, and allows you to spot incoming torpedoes from just a little bit further away. So theoretically, it'll be slightly harder to get torpedoed. So, without any further ado, let's get some gameplay of the ARP Takao in. Oh, yeah, IGN Atago as well, as you'll probably know more familiar with that. And as always, if you have a Twitch account, drop over to twitch.tv/r_list_88, and you'll often catch me streaming the World of Warship Stations throughout the week, and other games from time to time as well. So, like I said, yeah, I've got the Arpeggio IGN Atago, the Arpeggio Takao skin. Come on, brain, work for me, please, and thank you. I'm just saying. Anyway, so yeah, gameplay time. So on the Two Brothers map, and first thing I do decide to do is jump behind a small island right there for some cover. Because, yeah, I'm not going to go in open water and cut across the salmon side of the map, and that's that, basically. So of course, right about now, start hitting the brakes a little bit. Because ideally, if there's an IR over there, I definitely don't be in direct line of sight while firing. And of course, call out for the rest of the team, hello Sam, just say, there's an IR over there, people. If you'll start firing it, then, you know, fire at it, obviously. And here's a Vanguard as well. And of course, I'll call the Vanguard out for my team as well. So fire some more HE shells at the Vanguard and set them alight. And obviously just behind me off to our right is a obviously a Soviet destroyer, or Russian destroyer, the Tashkent. So of course, now, without hesitating, I just start firing, and something just took a pretty sufficient chunk out of my health bar. Needless to say, I'm not going to stick around here for very long after this. But no, obviously I'll do what I can about that Tashkent. Trash can, anyway. Anyway. Yeah, so yeah, Vanguard and possibly the IR over there still firing at me. I'd start booking out of here, which is one of Atago's good things. It's the ability to just peel off and kite away quickly. And considering the Atago's a heavy cruiser, she moves very quick. And of course, you're obviously running the full speed ahead skill. In addition to that, I've also got the battle booster flag for a bit of extra speed. So as a result, if I go full steam ahead in a straight line, I can keep up with most destroyers. So yeah, I'm starting to cut away here. I'll still fire back at the Vanguard. Let's wait for the reload. Oh, no need to wait. Vanguard's just been sunk by my HE rounds. And also, it's another nice thing about the Targo is the pretty hefty, high explosive impact damage. And never mind fire charge, just the impact alone hurts quite a bit per shell. If you want something to compare it with, what's it? German battlecruiser Odin. HE shells do about 3600 HE impact damage per round. The Targo, with this setup, not using Magellana Targo, and whatnot, but yeah, just the HE base damage alone without inspirations or anything on top, does 3300 damage per impact, or maximum of. So yeah, almost on par with the Odin's HE impact damage. So Cabros has just dealt with that Georgia over there. Let's find deciding, do I keep firing at the Roma over there, or take some shots at the Yamato? And then yeah, I think, well, the Roma's got less health, so just start focusing on that guy. And set him on fire. Oh, so there's the Yamato, I'll take rough guesstimate, and I think Roma again. Yeah, that's great, might as well finish the job, or try to. No, help the rest of my team sink the Roma. And there Alaska's just sunk the enemy's Worcester. Oh, Worcester. How do you pronounce it? Yeah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, just now Alaska just sunk the enemy's Worcester. And yeah, I asked the Akizuki nicely if they could put a smoke screen down. They don't do it straight away, but they will do shortly. So yeah, there's the Akizuki smoke screen, thankfully, which allows me to push forward a little bit and just about clear this island and get some more HE shells ready to annoy that Aroma even further. So HE shells on their merry way again. I do prefer using arm-piercing rounds, but it'll be fine for now. Yeah, so of course I'll start hitting the brakes, because ideally I don't want to be outrunning in the smoke screen, obviously. Admittedly, without even realising, I did exactly that anyway. So of course I'll fire when I'm outside the smoke screen. I'm like, oops. Luckily I'm already reversing. The Rome does take a shot, but they're too late. So as a result, they just put a few shells through the bow rather than the citadel or anything vital. Yeah, of course, right now, no one's spotting until... No, oh, there he is. There you go. Take a rough guess who I think he's going to be when the shells land. I'm not expecting to hit anything, but better to do something than do nothing. And smoke screen's about to expire anyway, so I'll just move out of here anyway. So there's the Roma and the Yamato. Of course, got Akizuki and Khabarovsk also pushing with me. Of course, I was wondering why our Akizuki was saying I've been spotted. So of course that immediately got my attention. And of course, we've just spotted the enemy's Shimikaze. So without any further ado or hesitation, I'll just push towards that smoke screen. And our cavalry officers do exactly the same thing to obviously flush them out. So our champagne, I think, yep, just sunk the Tashkent. There's that Shimikaze again. So of course I'll turn to bring all 10 guns to bear. Do an emergency reverse beaching thingy. Anyway. Fire a couple more shells at the Shimikaze, and bye bye, have a great time. Obviously, say thanks to my 2 destroyers for helping with the push. Yep, so that now leaves on the enemy team a Roma and the Yamato. And of course at this point there's still 6 of us left, there's 2 ships on the enemy team, so I'm thinking, okay, at this point I'm feeling pretty confident about just helping to wrap this up quickly. Yep, so there's that Roma again. I suppose I've actually lasted this long, to be totally honest, at this point. But I'll still set them fire anyway. Of course, got the enemy Yamato over there. So I wait for my front guns to load. And bring all 10 to target. And fire all 10 HE rounds at the Yamato. So, Kagro's finished Yamato with flooding damage, which leaves, obviously, yep, just a Roma now. And rather than firing all 10 at once, I just fire out, go boom, 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 and whatnot. And of course, yep, good game, everyone. So that's a quick run around of the Arpeggio Takao skin on the Otago with the ARP Takao captain, obviously. Next is a little clip from an AI match just to mainly show the what happens with the torpedoes for the Otago when you have the Takao skin equipped. Yeah, I actually had to slow this little clip down because it's pretty much one of those blink and you'll miss it kind of things. So obviously, me and the Baltimore moving towards each other. Yeah, we're going past each other very quickly. Because like I said earlier, Otago, very fast heavy cruiser. So yep, torps away. Yeah, there's the Klein field impact effect from the anime series. And of course, there's an AI-controlled Edinburgh next. And of course, yep, I've still got another lot of port-side torpedoes ready to go again. Torpedoes incapacitated? Get out of it! Yeah, have these. Oh, and there's an AI-controlled enemy Synop as well, I believe. Yep. So, more torpedoes about to go away, and voila. Yeah, it would have been pretty cool if the Arpeggio ships did the same thing with their HE or AP shells, but it's yeah, get this effect with the Takao skins torpedoes. Alright, so now on to Arpeggio Haruna, and obviously the Arpeggio Haruna battleship, which is A premium version of the Tech Tree Congo, and will not be it. Base trait for Haruna is Overwhelm, increases your secondary gun range and tightens up the dispersion pattern. And inspirations wise, Von Hipper and Madden for traverse time and reload, and Von Hipper for extra secondary reach and accuracy. The unique skill is Floating Fortress, decreases incoming torpedo damage, and shaves off some citadel damage as well, if you're that worried about it. But me personally, I just go Brawler, Porcupine, Master Mechanic, Firefighter, and Will to Rebuild skills. Although, you could, if that skill, you could use, what's his name, Tenant as an inspiration to decrease its incoming citadel damage even further, and maybe even Azulane Hood as an additional inspiration to reduce torpedo damage even further, if you really wanted to go, if you're really that worried about such things. That's an option, that's an option. But with all that said, here's a little match of the ARP Haruna, which is out of the Congo, Kirishima, and obviously the Haruna is obviously. The Haruna is the more secondary battery focused one out of three. Of course, right now I'm trying to decide which way do I want to go, and then ultimately I decided to go around the southwest corner of the map and keep a few lines between me and the enemy team. So, fire a few shots at the enemy's Congo. Yeah, a little bit of damage, but nothing to really write home about. Well, I'm doing something rather than nothing. There's that. Yeah, also in this match, my division buddy, he's rocking the, the Arpeggio Kirishima battleship. And he also does stream on Twitch as well. Obviously I'll put a link in the description. But for this particular match, yep, I did have to obviously pretty much jump to the end of the match after a short time to keep the video to under 1 hour on the Share Factory editing software. So just slowly but surely chipping away at that Congo over there. Who's just sunk our Kirishima, or one of our Kirishimas, the other Kirishima being obviously my division buddy. And yeah, I'm this fairly close to that Congo, and all my shells just completely missed entirely. So I said, yeah. So let's go jump to the last few minutes of the match, because otherwise the entire runtime would go to over an hour long. So, what's up next? Yep, Arpeggio Kirishima. Base trait is Vanishing Act, which reduces how long you'll be detected for after you fire your main guns. Usually, fire main guns, you've got a 20-second detectability penalty. But with this base trait, actually reduces how long that'll take, so take it to under 20 seconds, and yeah. Inspirations-wise, actually it's a bit more gunnery focused. Main battery gunnery, Cunningham and Ajlan Scharnhorst for inspirations. Unique skill being Sky Control, which speeds up how long it takes for your catapult fighters to come off cooldown after landing, and also increases your battleship's average anti-aircraft damage per second. And whatnot. It's actually a pretty decent skill, which proves to be useful in this match, which will be coming up shortly. But yeah, skills-wise, Flammable Cannoneer, Sky Control, Marksmanship, Reaching Out, XXL, and Will to Rebuild. So here we are, another standard match with the ARP Kirishima. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah, this is another match I had to obviously trim down a little bit more towards the, I'd say 3/4 of the way through towards the end, to obviously keep the runtime to under an hour long. So here we go, it's go time. So got Omaha and a Tennessee over there, and directly in front of me behind some islands is an enemy Devonshire. Yeah, so Tennessee's throwing some shells my way, and so I thought, okay, but, slow down a little bit, and yep, that Tennessee's moving behind an island, so I think, okay, start moving back forward again. Throw a few shells at Devonshire, one pen, a couple of other pens, nothing too exciting yet. Shortly I will tell these two cruisers to basically back off, because yeah, obviously Devonshire does have torpedoes at the end of the day. Yeah, I think Krish was just informed me that their ship is on fire. That's another good brings me to a good point actually. Yeah, the Arpeggio Takao skin, the ALP Karishma and Haruna as well, obviously. Yeah, when they actually get some fire, and assume you're using these skins and whatnot, yeah, rather than have like a realistic looking smoke and fire effect, the smoke and fire is more cartoonified, basically. And it's so pretty, but yep, you've got to put the fires out eventually, or just let them burn out. Well, it's just one fire, so I'm not going to be overly concerned. So, send the demonstrate on their merry way to Davy Jones. Yeah, just using damage control party for one fire is generally just dumb, basically. Yeah, one or two fires, don't go straight to damage control, for goodness sake. 3 or 4 fires or flooding, that's when you go for damage control. I'm just going to leave it at that. Alright, so we've got an Omaha over here. Let's take a pot shot at him. When it's anti-little. There we go. And just get another pen. Yeah, so of course give my teammate polite reminder, you know, can we go and try capturing for, you know, flag Alpha? That'd be great, thank you. Oh, and now West Virginia just blaps the Omaha off the board. Yep, well, we've obviously got a few minutes before anything else exciting happens, and whatnot. Yeah, the Arpeggio content is actually quite nice, you know, unique commanders and skins and a couple of ships for you to try out, and whatnot. The only thing that I didn't really like was obviously the way you have to obtain them, and from obviously the crates and whatnot. Although there might be something to do with the licensing agreement between obviously Legends and the Arpeggio copyright holders and whatnot, but I don't know otherwise. So don't ask me questions on that, please and thank you. Yeah, me personally, I think everyone would have been happier to just be able to outright purchase all the unique commanders, obviously the Takao skin and whatnot. Of course, yep, cruisers jumping straight in front of me, and obviously I can't just slow down and stop, you know. It's a lot easier to slow down and stop with a destroyer or battleship than it is a battleship. Ugh. It's easier to stop a destroyer or a cruiser than it is a battleship. God, my brain just does not want to cooperate right now. Yeah, try and memorise my what's it, gun range, AA ranges, and whatnot. And obviously how long it takes for my detectability to drop back down after I find the main battery. And with Karishma as is right now, the commander, not the ship, the skill, drops my, what's it, increased detectability down from 20 seconds to 18.6, I think. And of course, inspirations-wise, if memory serves, I think it's the French cruiser commander Le Monnier, or Le Monnier, how you pronounce it, that has the same skill as a boast trait. Now, I don't know if that's all types of ships or just cruisers, however, so, yeah. Yeah, the French ship I actually play on a very regular basis. It's literally the Jumbo and whatnot. So I've also got the Koenig off to my right and the enemy Karishma in front of me. So I'm kind of deciding I want to have gunfight with the Koenig or keep pushing towards the Karishma. He's just incapacitated by my second turret. But no biggie, because I've still got 3 functioning turrets at the end of the day still. So I think to myself, well, might as well just use what I've currently got to hand and pop the secondary battery booster. And just do what I can about that Koenig. There we go. So Pensacola gets the killing shot. So there's me just getting ready to try and finish that Karishma. Now I think it was the West Virginia that saves me the bother. Yep, just as I was about to fire as well, damn it. But yep, I'm just going to jump to the last few moments of the same match and whatnot. Because otherwise we'd be here for a bit longer than really necessary. So there's enemy's Ranger, last ship on the enemy team, and I'll just make sure you poke the Citadel. And of course I'm now thinking, where did that Ranger disappear to? So I think we're down to literally the last minute of the match at this point. Oh, there's the Ranger again. I'll fire for some more shells. Finish the job, and we're done here. So yeah, that's the ARP Takao skin for the Otago. Haven and Karishma done so far. So up next is the another Arpeggio commander, Chihaya Gunzo, or Gunzo Chihaya. However you want to read it, it's up to you. Base trait is hold my gear, and yeah, he's all about that torpedo reload. Yeah, increase your torpedo launcher's extra hit points, shaves off repair time, and speeds up torpedo reload time as well, which is nice. And inspirations wise, it's got Tanaka on the screen right now, but I changed it to Zwerski, and obviously Eric Bay for double concealment. Unique skill is Torpedo Bundle. Speeds up torpedo reload time, but it does reduce your torpedo damage. Although with Japanese torpedoes, I would not be too concerned about losing torpedo damage, considering they hit bloody hard anyway. But skills wise, Subsurface Venture, and Fragile Threat, Torpedo Bundle obviously, Destroy or be destroyed, and then Legendary skill Unstoppable. Which I think for destroyers, and consider I don't play destroyers very often, it's probably one of the best legendary skills you can have on a destroyer. So if your engine gets knocked out, at least you can still move around. Yeah, during this match at one point, yep, I do actually get to use my torpedoes. So yeah, obviously I'll highlight it whenever we get to that point. So how long it takes to actually reload with the base trait and the torpedo bundle skill together. I'll drop a small hint, it's actually pretty damn quick. So it was quickly memorising my torpedo ranges and so on and so forth, and concealment and whatnot. Although basically more considerate on top of the top screen to the left. Obviously, you've got that to 5 kilometres with Zwersky and Eric Bay as inspirations, and also the Fragile Fretsky on top. And of course, I just highlight the Atlanta over there, which is obviously, generally speaking, a pretty big threat to a destroyer. As in me and the friendly destroyer in our team. Oh, so yeah, the Leon's asking for help for some reason. Don't know why, but okay. And Leon asks for a smoke screen, so straight away I'm like, yep, no problem, here you go. Ideally, they probably should have waited until the smoke screen actually dropped. Yep, Leon just knocked the shores off the board, can't complain. That's one less cruiser that me and the friendly destroyer have to worry about. But yeah, I'm not exactly stopping around to find out what's going on. I'm more concerned about pushing towards the alpha capture point. And by the looks of it, there's a destroyer on the enemy. Yeah, there's I'm gonna guess, yeah, an enemy destroyer on the alpha point. Yep, called it. So it's keeping on the outgoing, the Benson's outgoing shells, and try and get a rough idea where I think he is. It's definitely in that smoke screen because it's still been contested, just in case of exactly where they are right now. So without even hesitating, I just push straight towards it. And there's a Benson. So of course I turn broadside, get my rear guns around, start firing, and send him to Davy Jones. And of course, yeah, the enemy Atlanta's still floating, so I'll fire a few shells, help out a little bit. Well, I didn't really need to in the end, but yep, I was saying thanks, obviously, taking Atlanta out. Because, yeah, like I said, Atlantas versus destroyers generally doesn't go very well. And we're just about to capture the alpha point at last. There we go. So it's just assisting capping it. Yeah, so right now I've literally nothing to do, so yeah, maybe I think, okay, might as well go off that War's fight and get the torpedoes away. So of course, yeah, the War's fight's just managed to actually spot me. I'll go for a widespread torpedo launch and get all three away. So reload time is under a minute, with Gunzo as the commander. So that's obviously his base trait and the unique skill to working together. So it managed to get a couple of good hits on the war spot with the torpedoes. And, yep, there we go. So our friendly Miyoko landed the kill shot. So at this point we've basically taken the entire, I'll say, southwestern half of the map. Yep, a few more shots for good measure into the war fight. Well, I don't really need to. Yep, just making sure he's dead, guys, don't mind me. Anyway. And torpedoes have just reloaded. So I said, yeah. With Gunzo as the commander, yeah, you get some rather nice quicker, faster torpedo reloading, like I said earlier. So yeah, basically make sure Japanese destroyers, and any more, yeah, ones that are more obviously torpedo focused, going up to the Kagero, it just makes the torpedo boats more torpedo boaty, basically, with the unique skill and the base traits on. Another amusing part was, after this match was done and dusted, and obviously won, yeah, with the 5 times XP bonus, I actually gained enough XP to go from the Fubuki to the Akatsuki. Now, whether or not I'm going to go for the Akatsuki, I don't know yet, but, yeah. So yeah, destroyers, generally speaking, yeah, I just don't really bother with, more cruisers and battleships, and whatnot. Yeah, I was at the time I was actually recording and putting this all together. Yeah, my Fubuki was obviously my highest tier Japanese destroyer and whatnot. So I see an enemy Aoba over there. Obviously I'll keep my finger off the trigger. Because obviously I think the Fubuki needs my attention more than the Aoba right now. So of course, start turning towards the Fubuki and going after it. And I'll also give my team a polite reminder, there's a enemy Aoba over there. If you guys could shoot for me, that would be wonderful. Thank you. Of course, it gives the friendly pencil code. Just a polite reminder, you might want to back off a little bit, just in case those, Fubuki torpedo come flying out of the smoke screen. But of course, he's a bit too trigger happy to really pay attention to that. I'm pretty sure he's got the sonar running, which is obviously helping me spot torpedoes as well. And who launched those friendly torpedoes? Toot the horn just to see, what you doing? Get out of it! Anyway. Of course, yep, proximity spotting. Get my torpedoes ready, and away they go. Along with the main guns, knock the engine out. Boom. So 1 torpedo death strike. And bear in mind, that torpedo bundle skill reduces your torpedo damage. I still knocked him off the board with just 1. Although admittedly, tier 5 and under destroyers for the Japanese lines, yeah, they're obviously, destroyers, as we all know, generally don't have very much health anyway. So getting a death strike with a single torpedo, not exactly impossible. And of course, the Aoba's high explosive rounds have just conked out my engine, but bear in mind, I'm running unstoppable, so it's not affecting me too much. I'm still able to move around and fire back. And of course, our friendly Ranger just took the Aoba off the board with torpedo bombers. Nice. We've still got a few minutes left before this match actually ends. I didn't have to skip anything to bring the runtime down. Yep, if you're enjoying this video or my other Warships Legends videos, obviously, nudge the subscribe button, give it a thumbs up if you really enjoy it, and ring that notification bell and all the good stuff. And also, if you happen to have a Twitch account, jump over to twitch.tv/r_Lewis_88, and follow me over on Twitch as well, and see what I'm getting up to throughout the week when I'm live, obviously. So there's the enemy Vesa, T5 German aircraft carrier. And of course, I don't get much of a look in over there, to say the least. So I've got my engine boost on the go, obviously, getting over to towards the Charlie capture point as quickly as mechanically and humanly possible. Now, I did ask the hamsters if they would run faster, but they turned around and told me no. And the crew wasn't willing to get out and push either for some reason. Let's see if we get more ships helping with capping the Charlie point as well at this point. Well, the vessel's down gun range. Yeah, oh well, that's far off a couple of shells, but Ranger torpedoes got there before my shells did. So no extra damage on that round. Well, I can't complain, but yeah, Gunzo, definitely a good commander for Japanese torpedo boat destroyers. Without any further ado, let's move on to the last of the commanders, which is obviously Arpeggio's Iona, or Iona, I don't know how you pronounce it, but yeah, bow straight, no time to explain, which speeds up your aircraft restoration time, so if they're being shot down from sending them out, whatever, allows you to obviously regenerate those aircraft just a bit quicker. And inspirations wise, we're using Fournet for extra HE bomb damage, and Tanaka for torpedo damage. And skills wise, no fly zone and whatnot. And obviously her unique skill, sorry not sorry, allows your dive bombers to go faster and increases your HE bomb damage even further. So yeah, it makes a fairly spicy setup to say the least. So yeah. My setup's all based around the HE bombs on this build. And yep, I played this match in the Tier 3 Japanese carrier, the Hosho. Because, yeah, the Hosho's literally the only Japanese carrier I have in my hands. And whatnot. So of course, straight away got my torpedo bombs in the sky, drop 2 torpedoes off, and send these 2 planes straight back to the carrier. Yeah, because I like to obviously try and keep some planes in reserve, obviously. Yeah, out of all the matches I've recorded for the Arpeggio collab stuff, I think I actually had the most fun playing as the Hosho in this in this round. With obviously Iona as the captain. So found the enemy's Kuma and some other ships. Enemy Clemson down there. Yep, so obviously I fly overhead without stopping. And I just found the enemy's carrier. Well, I fixed, and obviously, yeah, I was fixed myself. Well, there's no point trying to make my way back in one piece, so I was gonna get a torpedo away and do something. Yeah, they're not even moving. Set torpedo away. And there's a little bit of torpedo damage. Yep, I've now got a rough idea of wherever I may or may not be. So yep, get some more torpedo bombs up in the sky. And start trying to focus on that Kuma and get team to cooperate. But being at this low tier, I'm not expecting much, to be totally honest. Yep, so there's the Kuma. Get the torpedo bombers diving. Yep, torpedoes in the water. And both of them hit. And of course, when thinking about it, get another strike ready. And 2 more torpedo hits. Oh, so there goes the last of my torpedo bombers for the time being. So they've got 3 torpedo bombers. I'll fix myself, you know, may as well get them in the sky. And keep focusing on that Kuma. And again, put radio call in to try and get others to help with the Kuma, but yeah, don't get any help over here. Yeah, I'm not even waiting for the torpedo bombers to do anything. I'm just going to send out HE bombers next. So start my dive and drop. Oh, missed that one. Well, if it's alright, no biggie. Just bring the planes back around, line up again. Net request support, the only little help over here, still nothing. So I'll get my dive bombers up again and drop. And set them on fire. Switch back to my torpedo bombers, get them back in the sky. So enemy Kuma's gone straight for the damage control party. Yep, they're very determined to take me off the board at this point, I think. And yep, those torpedoes just barely scraped the paint off. So of course, I have to do now is to bring planes back around once again and go for another torpedo bomb run. Torpedo bomb? Torpedo bomber run. Ugh. Yep, my brain just doesn't want to even right now. So I'll get a couple more torpedoes in water. And my secondaries just started another fire. And there we go. Set high explosive bombers ready to go again. I do ask for help again about that St. Louis, but no response, so I just have to do this myself, I guess. Of course, me being me, I'm like, well, so it's St. Louis, 8 pixels of health remaining, this is going to be quick and easy. Yep. And immediately, as soon as he's been sunk, recall the planes. And of course, there's an enemy DNA over there, so get torpedo bombs ready to go again, and see if I can help out over here. Yep, so torpedoes away. And that sends into Davy Jones as well. So all the enemy team's got left is the enemy here. So 2 destroyers, a Clemson and a Campbelltown. So at this point, obviously I'm all the way over here, but I'm stealth still. So I have to get a bit creative with my ordnance by doing this. Yep. Clemson didn't stay around for very long by the time I was done with them. To say at least. So I'll take a rough guess where I think they're going to go, and bombs away. Also have to drop the... Oh, and there we go. There's our 4th sinking of this round. I decided to switch to torpedo bombs to get in the sky. And at this point I'm just about to be sunk, so obviously I skipped the last few moments of the match shortly, and finished the match with a Kraken. Yeah, as always, thanks for taking time to watch this if you stuck all the way through to the end. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, obviously subscribe, like, all the good stuff, notifications. And I shall catch you all in the next video. Boom.